What the f...
This video is brought to you by the Ride Bikes. If you like what you see, pay us a visit and view our beautiful stock available.
What's up, homies, and welcome back to the channel for another review. 2016 Honda Africa Twin. Now boys, if I was to ever own an adventure bike, this is what it would be. Getting onto the modifications, boys, there's pretty much none, but we've got a nice top box here. I'm not going to open it because it's a hassle, but yeah, we've got a nice top box. Now that's it. Okay, another modification, but literally that's it. We've got a few thingamabobbies here. So over there, as you can see, boys, we can turn off the rear ABS, which I will not be doing today. That's also for your off-roading purposes. Now over there, we've got our traction control over here. There's a little button, so we can adjust that. I'm just going to leave it up there for now. And there's a whole bunch of other things like the settings. You can change trip A, trip B, yada yada yada. I don't know if these might not be, these might be a modification. I'm not sure though, so don't quote me on it. Now, this is quite possibly my biggest obstacle. Yeah, can you adjust the suspension? You can adjust it. Make it lower. You know what, I'm gonna leave it. It's all part of the experience. This is definitely the biggest bike that I've ridden. And can I just say, I love that little whistle. Oh, another thing I missed out on. Boom. You can charge some shit in here, or put a little cigarette lighter. Very nice. Boom. ABS is on. Yeah, okay. Now immediately, one thing I don't like about this bike, which I think is a modification, are these grips. Now I don't know why this person decided to put them on here, but I'm going to show you what I mean right now. Look at this. It's so thick, it just doesn't feel right. If it was a little bit slimmer, would be much nicer. So as you saw in the title of the thumbnail, we are going to be deducing whether this is a grandpa bike or a street slayer. So comfortable. And I think, I've spent about not even a minute on this thing, and it's the most comfortable bike I've ever ridden. So the Duke 1290 is going to be dethroned today for being the most comfortable bike I've ridden, because this thing is like sitting on a couch watching TV, boys. I normally struggle with the clutch quite a bit, finding that friction zone, but it's been really easy on this bike for some reason. I haven't struggled at all. You know what? We're going to try and lane split over here. Oh yeah. So even though I just lane split it there, I feel like the only downside of riding an adventure bike is that they're just such big bikes, So lane splitting can be a little bit of a hassle. Here we go. Just got to be careful not to redline this thing. Again, it glides across the road, boys. It's so smooth. And on that note, let's jump into the comfort. Riding position, absolutely lovely. I'm on cloud 9 right now, boys. The positioning of my feet feels so natural. It doesn't feel like they're too far forward, too far back. My hands feel very nice where they are. Again, that could have something to do with the fact that it's similar to the triple. My ass is very comfy. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. No, we can't give it a 10 out of 10. No, we can. 10 out of 10 for comfort. I've got oh wait, no. 9.9. Okay. Reason being, the grips. Mixed base. Come on, Mr. BMW. I think if you've got the confidence to ride this thing how it needs to be ridden, then it can definitely be a street slayer. It's got the torque. Let's get on to the looks, boys. Now, I think it looks better than most GS's. And at the end of the day, obviously, looks, it all comes down to personal preference. My opinion is that it looks better than the GS 1200s, but some of those GS 800s, they look really, really nice, man. The only ADV bike that looks better than this, which I'm not even sure if it is classified as an ADV bike, but the BMW XR 1000. Oof, that bike looks so nice. For me, it's between those and one of these. You know, when it comes to when I accept defeat and stop riding sport bikes or naked bikes. 8.7. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling an 8.7. So that's what we're gonna go with. 8.7 out of 10 for looks. Oh, we got another adventure bike, brother. There you go. Here's one of the pros, boys. If you ride an adventure bike, the adventure bike toppies or brothers will wave at you. Should we race this guy? What's this? A BMW? Must be. Yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get out the road. I mean, it's quick, boys. It's not, you know, sport bike / naked bike quick, but it's quick. But what the f***? Holy moly, brev. Be like one of those moto content creators. Oh my god, that guy almost just killed me. I need to go and smash his mirror off. Okay, boys. Now, in terms of acceleration, boys, I'm trying to think of something that I can relate it to, but there's nothing really that feels the same way that this does. The only one that I can kind of say is even remotely similar is that CBF. I think it's a CBF. It's that like Sport Tourer with a CBR 600 engine. This feels very, very similar to that. I like it. It's just enough for me to be satisfied. And it's also got more than enough for the roads. I mean, look, it's just a nice, gentle. I think because it's such a smooth bike to ride, it feels like the acceleration isn't there. You know, for example, I have ridden a GS or two. I haven't reviewed them, but I've ridden them and I've felt what those things feel like in comparison. I think it just needs a little bit, either a little bit more sauce or a little bit less weight, and it'll feel a little bit crazier. See, normally on a sport bike, you would have to avoid the bumps. On this thing, you just attack them with confidence. Come on, get out the way. Get out the way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Street Slayer. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Brim, 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 brim. It's so weird leaning a bike like this, but it's also so easy at the same time. I mean, call me crazy. That thing went through that corner a little bit easier than the Duke 1290 did. It's got a lot of torque, but it kind of dies down at like 120 k's an hour. I don't know, I have to check on the video, but you'll see it's going, and then it kind of dies a little bit. So torque department is definitely there. We've got a lot of nice torque. Overall acceleration, not amazing. But because the torque, I mean, look at this. Little wheelie for the boys. It's there, you know. So I'm gonna give it a good rating. I'm gonna give it a 7.9. 7.9 out of 10. I feel like that perfectly describes the acceleration of this thing, because again, it's got a lot of torque, but it dies down. See, we got another GS brother. Hello. Okay, me then. Maneuverability. Now, I was expecting to get on this thing and to feel like I'm driving a truck, but that couldn't be further from the truth. And I've got a top box on, you know, so I feel like it could be even more maneuverable. It's a heavy bike, but the positioning of the handlebars and your foot positioning and just the ergonomics of the bike, it's easy to maneuver. I mean, I was weaving over the road there a little bit, and through that corner, it felt very nice. It felt like I had a lot of control over the bike. It wasn't a case of me wanting the bike to do something and it's not doing it because it lacks mobility. It was just like, okay, you want to lean, let's lean. I feel like this is perfectly balanced. It's got the torque, it's got the looks, it's got the maneuverability. Yes, it's not crazy quick, but that's not why you buy an adventure bike, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, overall, boys, it's super nice to ride. Compared to other ADV bikes, I haven't ridden any. I mean, unless you call an NC750 an ADV bike, but I feel like this is super maneuverable for what it is. So I've got to give it a lacquer rating, which means I'm going to give it an 8.8 because we already gave something an 8.9, so we'll give it an 8.8. The one thing that is stuck on my mind right now is how I enjoyed this review more than I enjoyed the Duke 1290 review. Now obviously, I had the time of my life on that 1290. It was crazy fast, stupid torque, handled amazingly. There's different types of fun. There's fun on a 1290, and then there's fun on an adventure bike. This was just such an enjoyable experience. Probably the most enjoyable experience I've had on a bike. It rode absolutely amazingly. And I don't know, maybe it's like that with all the adventure bikes, but this one specifically was just nothing but an absolute pleasure to ride. I quite literally have not even one no, I do. I've got one complaint. The grips. Take these things off. Look at that. Look, see those beautiful nice grips. Don't look at my fingers. See those. Take these things off. Literally no complaints. So to answer the question, boys, is this a grandpa bike or is it a street slayer? And I'm going to tell you right now with confidence, this is a street slayer. And it could be even more of a street slayer. Okay, boys, we've got off-road tires on this thing, and I rode it the way I did. Maybe I didn't go as crazy as I thought I did, but it felt like I was, ripping it up a little bit. So imagine if we had road tires on this thing. Street slayer, certified street slayer. I had the time of my life riding this thing. If you want a nice, consistent, comfortable, easy to ride, smooth to ride, pleasurable experience, this is the bike for you. It's got more than enough torque for the streets. It handles absolutely amazingly. Yes, it's a big bike, but it's very easy to handle. You are gonna ride this thing on the streets. One recommendation: see that little thing over there, traction? Get rid of it. Put it on one. I was barely on the throttle. I think I was like that. Not full taps, probably 50%. And the traction control was kicking in for no reason. And I know that because I turned it off, did the exact same thing, and the tire didn't slide or spin out. Now, another thing that's awesome about this thing is the fuel efficiency. Now, this thing was basically past E, so it was flashing, right? I put $100 in, so you can enter that in US dollars, which is basically nothing probably. I put $100 in, boys, went up to 2 bars, and it stayed on 2 bars. So, exceptional fuel efficiency. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash like, subscribe. I would sincerely appreciate it. I know it seems insignificant to you guys, but I'm being honest when I say that. When I see Jimmy James Job Bobby DeBurr has subscribed, I'm like, yeah, not a subscriber. So if you don't mind, smash like, subscribe for the boys. If you made it to the end of the video, boys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Peace.